Hey guys, I wanted to hop on here because over the last month or so, I'm seeing all of these strange levels in the middle of broadening formations and a lot of talk of reclaiming threes, and I want to talk about it because, as Rob always says, price action is going to display itself the way that it wants to. So our job is to analyze data, blend candles, see the bigger picture, see the range for ourselves. So I haven't really planned this out, so I'm just kind of going to wing it and hope it makes sense. So I want you to ignore this green area to the left. What we're going to focus on first is this swing high and this swing low. That is the range that we are working with. I can even, ooh. One second. So that's our range. We have a swing high to a swing low, okay? So once we come and we make a new high, that new high then becomes potential exhaustion risk, and the level of defense or reclaim is to reclaim what? What are we reclaiming? We would be reclaiming the previous range. So this is the previous range. So they attempted it once, stopped out a couple of people, didn't really do much. Then they did it again. Okay, so then this becomes our new exhaustion because we just made a new high to this previous high. So the level of reclaim becomes this, because if we fail the upside, that means most likely we're gonna go and test the downside. Okay, so now our previous range is this swing high to this swing low, because ranges expand, we know that. So the area of reclaim is we don't want to fall back in through what? And to create a broadening formation. So once you fall back in here, that is the level of reclaim. But I'm seeing levels over here on a 3 that have no bearing on any of this anymore, because back here when this 3 was here, anybody who was using this as their stop got stopped out right here. So that 3 participation group is gone. Okay, this price action is dead, done, over. Nobody has stops there anymore over here. That's insane. So they've already been stopped out. All right. So our job is to identify broadening ranges. So we have this swing high, and then we do what? We do our broadening formation. We go and we make a new low. Okay. So then this swing low then becomes the area of reclaim, because if we start to go back through it, what are we reclaiming? We're reclaiming this previous range. Okay. Now you do want to know about threes. Like if the price is here, you do want to know about threes when you're going back through as a potential target. But the ultimate target is the swing high over here. Okay. So what ends up happening? We reclaim, or we downside exhaust. So all of this comes into play with the strat and broadening formations. We exhaust to the downside because we hit our target. If we begin to reclaim the previous range, we're likely to go back up and make a new high. Okay. So once, here's the 3. This is the thing that I'm seeing that's incorrect. A 3 in the middle of the actual range, it's not so important. The important part is the previous range, right? So anybody who had their stop here just got blown out. So this 3 doesn't mean anything anymore. And we are targeting up here because we know how broadening formations work. So what happens up here? We make a new high compared to this high. So once that happens, this old swing high actually becomes exhaustion, right? So we don't want to, if we're going to expand this broadening formation, we don't want to fall back through and reclaim the previous range. Well, we do because we know what we're doing and we're trading broadening formations. So what happened? We fell back in, we went 2, 1, 2 down, reclaimed this previous range, right? And eventually, soon, next week probably, we are going to go and make a new swing low. And this is how broadening formations happen. So we have this range. We can even pull it over until we get a new range. We exceed the previous high. So now we have a new range. What are we trying to do? We're trying to go and make a new swing low. So the levels of reclaim have to happen at previous obvious pivot highs and pivot lows. I'm going to delete some of this stuff because I'm going to show you something here in just a moment. We're going to pull that up. I'm going to get the previous swing low. So there's our last swing high relative to this one. And there's our last swing low relative to this one. So what I want you to see, when you have, where do those blue lines go? I don't know. When you have, when you have random lines in the middle of your chart and calling them a level of reclaim, I'm going to show you real quick why that doesn't make sense. Because again, price is going to present itself to you the way that it wants to. So yes, here's an outside bar on a 1 week chart. When I go to a 2 week, tell me what you see. What happens? Absolutely nothing. That is not a level of reclaim. That is the middle of a broadening formation. The levels of reclaim are falling back through the previous swing high or going back up through a previous swing low. Those are the only levels of reclaim that can be, because we are reclaiming a previous range. So to draw our broadening formation, swing high to swing low, we make a new high, we make a new low, we make a new high, we're gonna make a new low. There is your broadening formation, because we've fallen back through the highs. That's how the broadening formations happen. High, low, new high, new low, new high, new low. So levels of reclaim are only at ultimate exhaustion, major swing lows and major swing highs. So I hope that clears it up. Yeah, because I don't want to see people doing things all of a sudden a month after, you know, I don't know. So your job is to analyze data. And if you go to a higher time frame, you'll see things more clearly. And those threes in the middle of your bigger picture broadening formation don't exist. They don't matter. What matters is the swing highs and the swing lows. We're going to test the highs, we're going to fail them, we're going to test the lows. We're going to test the highs, we're going to fail them, we're going to test the lows. Over and over and over. So hopefully this helps clear some of that up.